Do you want to get paid more but work less? Well, the world will tell you that that's actually not possible. If you want to get paid more money, you have to work more hours. You have to get yourself a second job. Increase the output of hours that you do if you want to make more money. And I used to think that this was the solution to making more money as well. Workplaces encourage this. They tell you need to work 60 hours a week for 5 years in a job that you absolutely hate, to then hopefully one day have a chance at a promotion where you then get to manage people that also hate their jobs for a salary that always hits zero at the end of the month. Over the past 4 years, I've learned exactly how you can actually earn more money with less output of time. And in this video, I want to explain 5 ways in which you can implement this in your own work, in your own business. Now, the first point I want to make is about results-focused sales. Now, one of the biggest mistakes people seem to make when they start their own side hustle or they start their own business is they begin by selling their time. A friend of mine was a receptionist and he was earning £20,000 per year and he was working about 30 hours a week. He then wanted to become a personal trainer and so just sacked in his job, went all out at becoming a personal trainer, starting his own business as a PT. He went from earning £20,000 a year to £35,000 in a year. And you know, that's amazing. But he went from working 30 hours a week to working about 55 hours a week. And he came to me one time and he said, Jack, I'm actually exhausted. I feel like I've replaced one job with another. The flexibility and the freedom that I thought I'd have from running my own business just isn't there because I'm working 7 days a week. I'm a fixer, like I can't help myself but try and find solutions to people's problems. So we sat down, we had a coffee, and I said to him, look, what can we do to turn this around? How can we increase your income whilst decreasing the hours of output? And what we decided to do was we would stop him from selling his time and we would start selling on results. He would say, I will, train with you every hour that you come into the gym and I'll charge £30 an hour. Would you prefer someone to say, I'll train with you for an hour and charge £30? Or would you rather them provide you with the results that you're actually after? We created a bespoke offering for different people. An example of one of these was, he said, if you work with me for 3 months, you pay me for this 3-month period, I'll give you a nutrition plan, I'll give you a shopping list of everything you need to buy, I'll give you a bespoke workout plan, I'll give you group accountability calls to keep you on track with everything, and I guarantee that if you follow the process and the steps that I give you, you will receive X result in the 3-month time period. And if you don't, I will give you all of your money back that you've spent with me, plus the 3 months of gym membership that you've paid as a sorry for wasting your time. Now that's a pretty good offering, and I don't know about you, but for me, I would definitely prefer to pay somebody for the guarantee of the results as opposed to just paying someone for their time. He went from earning £35,000 a year to earning, I think it was between £60,000 and £70,000 a year, but he was working, rather than 50, 60 hours a week, he went down to working about 25 hours a week and had loads of free time to spend with his partner and his family. So the key takeaway for anyone who is thinking about starting a side hustle or starting a business and trying to increase their income is, do not sell your time, sell based on results. The next point is the 90-10 McDonald's method. Now, I was watching The Founder the other day, which is a film all about the start of McDonald's and how it became what it is today. And there's this scene where the McDonald's brothers, the people who started the very first McDonald's restaurant, are talking through with Ray Kroc, the guy who's coming into the business to help them grow it. He's talking them through how they have managed to nail down these incredible processes. They worked out, after looking at it, that 90% of their menu would make them 10% of their income, and 10% of the menu was making them 90% of their income. The 10% was burgers, fries, and a drink. That was the 10% that made them loads of money. So in order to make more money, what they decided to do was to get rid of and scale back their menu to just that 10% so that they could focus not only on the quality of the product, but also the speed in which they were able to deliver that product to the customer. They scaled it back in order to then scale up. What I encourage you to do is, if you have a product or a service, don't go out and start bolting on loads of other services. Focus on the one product or the one service or the small number of products or services that you have that generate you the most money, make them as good as possible and help them to be delivered in the fastest time possible, and you will significantly increase your return on investment. If you just have loads of different things going on, you won't be able to get the best return on your money, on your time, and on your effort. So focus on the things that make you the most money. Point number 3, better is better than new. I was on my way into work the other day and I was really stressed. I had an incredibly stressful few weeks and was at a real difficult point in my business life. There was all sorts of pressures coming from lots of different places, and I decided to just listen to a couple of podcasts. And one of the podcasts was from a guy called Alex Hormozi. I think I've spoken about him on this channel before. One of the things that he said in this podcast in particular, and it kind of just snapped me into gear really quickly, was better is better than new. Just to give context, at this point when I'd listened to this podcast, I was running 4 businesses and I was looking to acquire a 5th business. I was incredibly stretched. I was doing so many different things, and when I sat back and looked at it, I thought, I'm not actually making any more money than I was when I just had 1 or 2 of these businesses. My time, my effort is being spread too thin, so the effort that I'm putting in isn't giving me the best kind of return. You know, people talk about 7 streams of income, have as many different streams of income as possible. And to be honest, I think early on in your career, what I've realized is that's actually not very helpful. The people that have multiple streams of income are the people who have absolutely crushed it in one business or one investment strategy or one career for years and years. And then they decide to diversify a little bit and take maybe 20% of their total net worth and diversify it into stock, into housing, into real estate, into all sorts of different things. But really, that's where people talk about multiple streams of income. The other thing is multiple streams of income can come from one business. You don't have to set up lots of different businesses to be able to generate multiple streams of income. But I think I had that misunderstood. And when I heard this point, better is better than new, the point that Alex was making in this podcast was, rather than just doing something new and getting bored of the business that you've got at the moment, and maybe you hit a point where it's a bit difficult, maybe you get to a point where it's just been a bit boring for the past couple of months, rather than pushing on and making it better, you jump into something that's new and exciting. And the reality is you'll never grow that way, and there's a real compound effect that happens when you just focus on that one thing. After listening to that podcast, it kicked me into gear. I literally within 24 hours binned off one of my businesses. I slowly closed down another 2, and I just focused solely on one for quite a while. And within the first week of doing that, we'd made more in that 1 week than we had in the whole, I think it was 2 or 3 months of all the businesses combined in that 1 week alone, which was just absolutely baffling. And for me, it was a real eye-opening moment of, you don't have to do lots of things to make money. You just need to do one thing, and one thing really well. If I was you, and if you're thinking about starting a business, if you own multiple businesses, or if you're thinking about doing loads of side hustles or whatever it is, list out all your different ideas and rate them based off of how much effort's going to have to go in time-wise, how much sacrifice you're going to have to make financially, what's going to be your expected return. Just rate them all and decide which one you feel is the absolute best for you, and just double down on that. Don't have the shiny penny syndrome of trying to go and do lots of different new exciting things. Just focus on one thing and make that one thing better and better and better. Better is better than new. The 4th point I want to make is about Abe the Lumberjack. This is a really simple concept, and I'm not going to bang on about it, but one of my favorite quotes is from Abraham Lincoln, when he said, "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I'll spend 4 of them sharpening the axe." And this speaks into so many different things, which is why I absolutely love it. But ultimately what it comes down to is, how well prepared are you? How much do you plan ahead of your action? Now, if you're looking to start a business, then what you need to do is you need to make sure that you are fully prepared, that you have a plan set out before you just start swinging and taking action. In the same way, if you turned up to chop down a tree with Abe and you rocked up with a blunt axe, you'd look pretty flipping stupid after days of trying to hack away at a tree, because it's just not coming down at all and you're not properly prepared. So to earn more, you want to get more done. You want to be more effective with less time. How do you do that? You prepare. You make sure you properly have a plan in place. One thing that I've started implementing, and it's absolutely been a game changer for me over the past few weeks has been time blocking my days. I used to create to-do lists, but would never create time restraints on those to-dos. And so I would really struggle to get things done. What I've started to do is I look at the beginning of every single week, I look at my yearly goal. And so I work out, what do I need to achieve this week in order to get to that yearly goal? And I write out those goals for the week, and then I create a to-do list and focus on the high priority tasks. And then I actually create a time block in my calendar so that it's very clear what I'm doing, at what time, for how long, and I give myself a very clear layout every single week. And my productivity since doing that has gone through the roof. So I'd encourage you, if you are looking to earn more money in less time, make sure you plan, make sure you are prepared. Point number 5 is the other McDonald's method. Now I'm bringing it back to my time of watching the McDonald's brothers and Ray Kroc in the film The Founder. I've just found it so insightful, so I'd encourage you to watch it if you can. When Ray Kroc comes along to the McDonald's brothers, he finds them running a very well-oiled, cash-generating business. It is a fantastic business model. The processes are perfect. Everything works incredibly well, but the reality is they wanted to grow, they wanted to get bigger, and Ray Kroc was able to come in with his expertise and grow it as a franchise, through a franchising model. The McDonald's brothers had actually tried to do this beforehand and it completely failed. It didn't work. They didn't have the knowledge, the skills, the expertise to be able to pull that off. But when Ray Kroc came along, he was able to come in and help them take the process that they'd built in the one shop, in the one restaurant, and replicate it in a franchise model that built McDonald's out into the humongous conglomerate business that it is today. The point that I want to make is, know what you are actually good at, whether it's sales, whether it's marketing, whether it's service delivery, whether it's product creation, whatever it actually is. Acknowledge what you are good at, work out where the deficiencies are, and bring in experts who know what they are doing to be able to grow and expand your business. I would rather partner with people and create a business worth £100 million and split it with a business partner than have a £10 million business that I keep all to myself. Using and leveraging other people's skills and expertise allows you to grow so much quicker. And this doesn't have to be a paid employee. It could be a business partner. It could be commission-based salesperson. But I'd encourage you, sit down and work out, what are you good at? What are the bottlenecks in your business that are stopping you from growing to what your potential is? And work out who you need to bring in, what skills, what knowledge, what experience do you need to bring in that will unclog that bottleneck and help you scale your business. If you do that, you'll be able to put in less time yourself, but still have a growing and increasing business. Now, the reality is, obviously, Ray Kroc did steal the business from the McDonald's brothers, but use people with skills who aren't going to rob your business from you. If you found this video helpful, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, become a part of this community. I really want to invest in this community and help you guys grow your businesses, grow in the property space as well. And if you have any questions at all, drop them in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.